What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I'm joined by the podcast Dad Troops. How we doing, man?
Good, man. I just finished that off because I forgot to drink it yesterday, so it was open all night and all day.
Was it there? Topo Chico hard seltzer. Okay, that's hey.
But we don't waste stuff in this household, so
one vodka grand tonight. So
it was disgusting, but hopefully it does the trick. Hey, man. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm fantastic, dude. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. The week is almost over. It's been it's been a long one, that's for sure. Wrestling world seems to keep us on our fucking toes, and we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Every single day, it keeps us on our toes. And folks, if you want to continue to be on your toes, be on your toes with us. Tell one person if you like what we're doing here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Eric, where can they subscribe?
Yes, follow us on X at Junkies Pod, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod, but we're Wrestling Junkies Podcast on YouTube. Stand 10 toes down with the Junkies here. We're pretty awesome. 4 live shows a week. It's hard not to enjoy what we're doing here. Just dropped our Coastal Empire Wrestling post show for Jandemonium, as well as our Coastal Countdown breaking down Cupid's Chokehold. Thank you again to Jay Miller, Chad Skywalker, and Randall Reno III for joining us for those conversations. If you've not had a chance to see what all the hype is about when it comes to the best wrestling promotion in Georgia right now, as voted by the Georgia Wrestling History Awards, do yourselves a favor, check them out. But yeah, if you want great podcasts, if you want, again, exclusive content with incredible talents all over the independent scene, we're the guys that have it. And while you're at it, give our friends a follow at the Main Event Wrestling Network. OTM will be back live tomorrow, Thursday night. Check out Tino's Time, check out Vicious Rants, check out The Great Brown Hope. If you love fan art, memes, blogs, you name it, we have it. Just trying to be non-tribalistic in this tribalistic world of the IWC, and I'd like to think that we do a pretty all right job at that.
That's all right. A couple mixers in the works. Stay tuned for that.
They are breaking down Revolution as well as
the Chamber.
Elimination Chamber, I want to say. Yes.
I think we may be on separate shows for that one, so that's exciting.
I think so.
I will not be.
Whatever will you do without me?
Well, what will you do without me? That's the question. That's the question there, my friend. Anywho, hey guys, also, if you like t-shirts and some really cool designs, go check out Gorilla Press. These guys are dominating right now. If you are a wrestler, a referee, a commentator, somebody that just needs some wrestling merch, or somebody that wants to get your wrestling merch out there, go talk to these guys. They're killing the game right now, and they are also really cool guys. So go do business with them. Help a small business out.
Yeah, promo code WJP2024 gets you 25% off site-wide. Yes, we know it's 2025, but that promo code is still good. So support the crew over Gorilla Press Apparel. Also support our friends at TWE in Chattanooga. Where the hell did he go that quickly? They've got a show coming up this weekend. And, yeah, Aaron Wade just really hoping this is the week that he gets punched in the face. But neither here nor there. Support the crew at TWE as well as Action Wrestling and ETU Wrestle Rape, all of the independents that we support. But it's Wednesday. NXT is in the books. We had an eventful show. My co-host went away very, very suddenly, so I guess that's my excuse to vamp here. Had some surprises, had official debuts, a lot to like about this initial episode of NXT, and we're just going to start off rip. NXT champion Oba Femi making his way down, basically basking in the glow of his win against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller from NXT Vengeance Day, only to be interrupted. Weren't sure who that was at first when you hear the music, but then when you see that graphic, Moose showing up, X Division champion representing the system, has come to challenge Oba Femi. Podcast Dad, just first glance, your reaction to this?
I was shocked. I mean, this is sorry about that. The shoot job called. That was a dream match. Like that right there is the dream match. And I thought Moose came out and said it like, "You don't tower over me. Like I'm right there with you," and that's exciting. I don't know if you saw the social media clip later that night with Oba Femi saying, "Moose, you invaded my territory. I think it might be time for me to go visit." So that's exciting. Like TNA's getting a good deal out of this. That stand and deliver it's going to be interesting. You think we see the TNA champion defended on Stand and Deliver?
If there was ever a time to do it, it's now. Because so much of our worry about this partnership from the beginning was, was TNA really going to truly benefit from this? Because quite frankly, companies that have partnered with WWE in the past generally are worse off after those partnerships end, and that doesn't seem to be the case here.
Hell, TNA
still
TNA when they did it with AEW, like, did they really get a lot out of that?
no,
Like
not so
realistically
much.
thinking. So yeah, I mean, you make a great point. Sorry to interrupt, but like both ends, right? WWE has had the reputation of like, we're gonna get ourselves over, and TNA went into another relationship and didn't really get much out of it. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Worlds Collide would be again. I think that this would be a great use of that stipulation here. There were a lot of really cool things that came out of those initial Worlds Collide that were just kind of live shows that they did end up taping for a future broadcast. But there was, that's where we saw the breakout tournament and kind of another way to see not quite a money in the bank sort of, not necessarily having the briefcase, but something that they have the opportunity for a future title shot, which gives them some skin in the game. Worlds Collide would be a great fit for WrestleMania weekend. I don't think that we see it, but I do think that I'd say in 2025, I think it's there's enough here, and there's been so much that we've seen between NXT and TNA that they could do a brand supremacy sort of storyline.
Could be a great kind of precursor to the first ever 2-night SummerSlam weekend.
That is true.
Kind of make that a huge weekend. Have a Friday night, or I guess they'll do SmackDown, but you could have a Saturday afternoon Worlds Collide, night 1 of SummerSlam, night 2 of SummerSlam. Like, just take it over, just like they do with WrestleMania. Like, I think that's that's a good way that you probably want to make that SummerSlam weekend feel as big as WrestleMania. Like, they're gonna have a challenge doing that. But if you throw that card on there too, that's gonna get people going to. It's in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah. Or
Jersey. Yeah. So like that'll get people, like, they have a great relationship with the Barclays Center. Like, TakeOver Brooklyn's been there how many times? So like, why not do a Worlds Collide there? So and they'll make, they will make money hand over fist if they do something like that. So this is exciting. The relationship is very exciting because it seems to be benefiting both companies right now. Like, Joe Hendry was in the Rumble, got a huge pop, and hopefully that got some viewers over there. You have Moose on NXT television. You're gonna have Oba Femi going over to TNA. Yeah, you're gonna have.
That's one of the names the second this partnership was announced, that was one of the first names that we had thrown out of we need to see involved in this at some point in time. So this is
it gives me hope.
I don't understand the hate that he's getting online for why he showed up, but it's fucking Moose. So if you don't like it,
I haven't. What's the hate? I haven't seen it.
Because it's a lot of the, who is this guy? Never heard of him. Never, am I supposed to know who he is? Sort of thing. It's like, no, but that's part of the fun is that TNA is being exposed to this larger audience. Because when it comes to, if I'm looking at NXT and I'm looking at TNA, it's easier for me to find NXT on my TV than it is to find Impact on Thursdays. And that's the benefit of this, is that even though Impact is owned by the network that's putting them on TV, WWE has the worldwide audience.
And quite honestly, and I'm going to call you out if you're watching. Me? Thanks for no, I'm not calling you out. I'm going to call them out, right? Thanks for watching if you are, but if you don't know who Moose is, you're not a wrestling fan. Don't tell me you are. Like, you don't know who Moose is? Moose has been around for a long time now. Like, go back to Ring of Honor, Moose was around. Like, if you don't know who Moose is, you're not a wrestling fan. And that's shame on you. Do better. I'll get off my soapbox. But yeah, we saw the crossover a little bit more. And again, benefiting TNA as, is it No Quarter Catch Crew? Is that their name? Is that still their name?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Instead of going after the NXT Tag Team Champions, they're like, no.
Yeah.
We're going to go after the Hardys and call out the TNA Tag Team Champions, which was, okay, that's awesome. Because I was not excited
Mr. OTM,
for Fraxium and No Quarter Catch Crew. Like, yeah, they've had a good match, but we've seen it. This is cool.
Yeah. Because at this point, and let's just kind of look into this tag team picture a little bit more, because I mean, I don't think we'll ever run out of nice things to say about Fraxium as far as the work that they've done over the last year plus. They are the best tag team in WWE. I don't want to hear any. You can try to make the arguments, but look at how they have been presented through even their singles aspirations and the turbulence that came with those. They've still been a dominant tag team as a result. You can make the argument that they're the best tag team on the planet right now. If we're looking at all the tag team champions across the wrestling landscape, I mean, it's hard not to be excited by what they're doing. The Hardys, we've also wanted to see come back since this TNA merger was announced, especially given how Jeff specifically left, and wondering whether that door would ever be reopened for the Hardys. Everybody seems to be in a great space right now, and it's perfect. This is an NXT stage. These guys will benefit from having the Hardys there, and it's happening in our fucking hometown.
And I've said what I've said about Hardy, and that's fine. I've said what I said.
Yeah.
I have my feelings about it. He seems to be in a great place right now, and that's probably one of the better benefits about this TNA relationship is he doesn't have to get back in the WWE machine. He can still work with TNA and show up on WWE sometimes. And that's, if you would have told me that, 2-3 years ago, I'd told you were crazy. I don't think I would ever thought I would see Jeff Hardy back, but he seems to be in a good spot. Doesn't have to go to the WWE grind again, which always seems to be where he kind of falls back into whatever place he falls back into. Mm-hmm. And it's cool. I'm never not going to want to go see Jeff Hardy. It is what it is. I love Jeff Hardy growing up. You did too. It just sucks that what has happened.
I had the old school had the
I did too.
Hardy choker.
No, I did too. I had the armbands. Yeah. I had it all, right?
Yeah.
And he seems to be in a good spot. I'm happy about that. And people deserve that chance to right the ship. And I'm happy for him. I want to go see him next week. So that's same with Matt. Matt's been hit through his own troubles and seems to be in a good spot. So I'm excited to see what this relationship will continue to bring. And I don't need them back full time. So if they pop up every once in a while, perfect. This will be fun.
Yeah. And it begs the question now, too, because WrestleMania season is in the air. So far, we've only had 2 names announced, a major men's headliner in Papa H, a major women's headliner in Michelle McCool. There's usually another tag team to go along with that. Just quick fire, as far as tag team headliner for Hall of Fame class, will it be the Hardys or Demolition?
The Hardys.
I agree.
I'm not going to say it.
You should.
No. It's a shame that Victoria is not in the Hall of Fame.
I know, right?
So that's my 2 cents. Michelle McCool, great. She did a lot with very little at the time that she was in that division, and she was very good. And I'm sure it was very tough. But man, Victoria was one of those that paved the way, and the fact that she's not in it is still kind of what are we doing? Trisha's in it, Lita's in it, Molly Holly's in it. Same with Gail Kim. Let's get these ladies in there. They paved the way. You want to talk about someone who didn't have time to do anything? That was Victoria. And still got over as hell. So that's my 2 cents. Please put Victoria in the Hall of Fame. Same thing. I think one of the ones we'll see this year too is Psycho Sid. I think we're going to see him in the Hall of Fame.
That'd be cool. I would enjoy seeing that as well. Yeah.
So Hall of Fame will be fun. And yes, going back to your point, I can see the Hardys. Go ahead. What was that?
Siri was picking up everything that I was saying here as I'm chatting with you here. Yeah.
They're watching.
Ricky Starks is no more.
Ricky Saints. I don't hate the name.
I don't either.
No,
it's
not like the total left turn that they usually do, and that Ricky Saints and Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
it's in the same vein, so I'm cool.
Yeah, no, this is great. They're positioning him as a star. His first major segment as a member of the roster involves Ava, Ethan Page, Wesley, Javon Evans. These are three major names here that if you want to mix it up and feel like you're finding yourself in that main event scene and as a priority, great fucking start.
Yeah, great way to start.
Yeah. And yeah, saw this on Busted Open too. He was very critical of some veterans that were involved or at least had their 2 cents to say about things he did as an AEW roster member. Nothing we haven't heard before, but at least he's been able to kind of voice some of that frustration.
Yeah. You know, not my tea, so I won't drink it, but if it comes out, it comes out. Again, I said this a week ago, I think, on one of our shows. Like, that's the cool thing about having 2 major companies right now. Like, people can jump ship and it's cool. Like, if they're not happy here, they can come over here and we're fine. Like, again, we would not have a John Moxley right now. And that would suck. We would not have had Danielson
still be running around with Mitch.
Yeah, we wouldn't have the resurgence of Bryan Danielson and then not the proper retirement. Sting, we wouldn't have had that. Like, Cody, we would not have had the Cody Rhodes we have now if it wasn't for AEW. So, yes, are you going to talk crap when you leave another company? It's going to happen. Punk did it. He'll do it.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's okay. Like, it's okay to be disgruntled with your employer and go, I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's life.
Tail is
you got to remember.
It's literally what the fucking territories were based off of. Like, that's.
And at the end of the day, these guys and gals are still human beings. So
yeah,
it's okay.
And this is their job. This is entertainment for us, but this is very much a living for them. Mm-hmm. If they don't feel that they're being able to maximize their potential to do the best job that they can in a given environment, go do it somewhere else.
Hell, Christian Cage, we're seeing some of his best work. Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Like, the names can keep coming off. Like, but it's okay. It's okay. And we get to watch it. As wrestling fans, we get to have fun with it. It's awesome.
And I want to see if I can find this tweet here, just because it's fucking Shug D, and I think that it's fucking apropos, and this is just in general. If there was no value in the talent, influence, and reach in the indies, there wouldn't be so many major promotions wanting a hand in them. There's power in the indies, always has been. Something to think about before that next hot dog and a handshake or who tweet. So it's one of those things where everybody is thriving right now as a result of the fact that there are 2 major companies, because all of that rolls downhill and everybody benefits from it. And I don't know how we ended up on the soapbox of just being able to enjoy it and just, continuing
because it was the Moose thing. Because I didn't see the Moose stuff. Like, I'm supposed to know who this is. Yeah. Do your research.
And if you don't, that's okay.
Then don't tweet it.
Yeah.
Like, don't be an ass. That's all we're saying. Like,
it's like, okay, if you
don't know who he is, Google him.
Yeah.
It's 2025. Go find it. Like, Moose has done a lot of cool stuff. I hate when people do that shit. Like, who is this? Am I supposed to know who it is? No. Okay, if you don't, then do your research. Go subscribe to IWTV. Like, go pay for that.
It's $10 a month.
You'll see so many awesome talents. Like, just do your education before you tweet. I don't. Yeah. I'm not here for the negativity. Like, just shut up.
Yeah.
I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not a WWE fan. I'm not an AEW fan. I'm a wrestling fan. I like wrestling. Yeah. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm done. Sorry.
It's okay. That's okay.
I just didn't see that stuff last night. So
there was a lot to enjoy about this episode of NXT. Let's talk a little bit more about kind of what's next for Ricky Saints here. Him versus Wesley. You want to give me that program to get him jump started right away? I'm fucking down for that. I think it's perfect that they're positioning him as a babyface. The crowd reaction he got last week just by showing up in the crowd unannounced was great. I think that everything, that they did to kind of hide the name until the end of that segment last night, even better.
Good.
The Revolution is televised, and it's going to be fucking glorious in 2025 for Ricky Saints.
I'm excited to see what happens, because hopefully we get the potential that we saw, right? Like I think we've all seen the potential, and yeah, like the ball was dropped. Another company gets to try to pick it up and run with it. So let's see what happens. I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. Well, do I think he's going to be an NXT super long? Probably not. Is there an NXT title run that might happen? Maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is he going to beat Oba Femi? Not right now. I don't know who beats
But
Oba
at the
Femi.
same time,
that's where I'm
at the same time, do we think fucking Tony D'Angelo was going to beat Oba Femi twice?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I just.
If you really want to protect him, you go the route of a ladder match or some sort of multi-person where it's no,
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll be in New Orleans next weekend. Maybe I'll put in the good word.
I mean, I think next year. I think that that's the conversation that we should have. Is
you don't have to convince me to go to New Orleans.
You don't have to convince me to go to New Orleans. I've told you this week. I've told you about that weekend.
Yeah, I know. So the women showed out.
Always.
I like the final shot where you have Stephanie and Julia with the titles, and Jordan's like,
yeah,
okay, I need one of those. Don't know which one, but I need one of them. So
I've stood in the middle looking like that before. Yeah. Anyway, it's absolutely
triple threat at Stand and Deliver, winner take all.
Ooh.
That could be fun.
Ooh.
Or like, we know Sean and Hunter love history.
They do.
Could we see what Mania was that? Was it WrestleMania 2000? Or was Kurt, Jericho?
Oh yeah, and Benoit, the triple threat match, each fall, one fall for each championship. That was, and you've never seen that stipulation again.
Mm-mm.
And I love that. That is
be
one of my all-time favorite manias. Yeah,
that could be a lot of fun.
I think so too.
It's there. The story's there because Jordan needs a title. Desperately.
Yeah, she does.
Stacked division, dude. God, this division stacked. The tag match was awesome. Like,
yeah, I won't say she needs a title necessarily. It'll happen, but I mean,
she doesn't need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that aura
as a
is
fan
there. Like that is
as a fan, I'm sitting there like, oh, put a title on her, please. But like the tag match with Sol Ruca and Zarya versus the Metaphor girls, like fantastic. Like NXT probably has the best women's division in the States, I would say, for sure. I know a lot that'll watch the Japan women and love them, but I mean, these women are killing it right now, and it's awesome to see. It's just yeah. It's great. It's great. I mean, yeah, this women's division is something special. No, and that's not even. We've seen it in NXT before, so
and that's not even counting looking at Fatal Influence, that trio there. I mean, regardless of how you position them, you can't argue that they're not talented. Carmen Petrovic is still coming into her own. Ariana Grace, Jade, of course, that there was.
Cora Jade's still there.
Yeah,
like
it's in good hands. It is in really good hands.
What was that before Cora Jade? What'd you say?
Don't worry about it. You already.
What'd you say?
You already heard.
And hell,
Meta Girls as well. Yeah.
We've already seen Masha Slamovich on NXT television. You telling me we're not going to see that again?
You know who I'm waiting for?
Who?
SDL.
Yeah.
That one might. I'm gonna pop hardcore if SDL shows up. Yeah,
dude. I swear to God, if Mance Warner shows up on NXT television, I'm gonna lose my mind. I had a bruise on my leg.
To him in Indy, yeah.
I had a bruise on my leg from SummerSlam weekend when the chair hit me in the shin, well, he was being thrown into it. Like,
Yeah.
dude, or SummerSlam, Rumble weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry. If Mance Warner shows up on television, that would be. All right. Do you want to talk about the one thing I don't know about?
Yeah, lay it on me.
What's Retribution doing?
It's not even necessarily their name.
I don't understand this.
Like,
I need answers quick.
I don't understand it yet, and this is again what we have seen as far as the kind of the slow burn introduction of these characters and these stories, especially in NXT right now. Is we don't know what these guys are about. But when's the last time that you gave two shits that Cutler James was on TV? Don't
care. I need an inkling of what this is about.
Deion Lennox, same thing. Like this is a start. We can't have all of it handed to us at one time. It's yes,
I need some kind of leader.
New faction, but like think about all of the new toys that they're trying to get assimilated into the landscape of NXT right now. Like,
I know. So why? Like, do we need this right now?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's not Michael Hickenbottom. I don't know why you're asking me.
It's not. It's not. Who did they attack? Was it Robert Stone? Is that who it was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens. It's obviously not a TNA invasion, which some people thought. Yeah, because I don't know who a leader would be, like unless they're signing somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need some answers. That's just me. Like this is okay. It's something interesting, and again, it's getting us talking, but it's way too close to what Retribution was, because Retribution started out the same way.
As shitty as it ended, it can only be upwards from here, though, right? No.
How many times have we said that?
No.
How many times have we said that, bud?
I don't know. Dark Order immediately comes to mind.
Well, Dark Order's a different story, man. That was going to be good. Brody Lee just, unfortunately, that was going to be good. Let me pull up the AEW card if you want to plug.
Yeah, here real quick. Also, I think it's fucking ridiculous that the newest Death Riders t-shirt is what it is.
I didn't think you guys were serious. I didn't
know. No, that is an actual shirt.
Okay, cool. All right, Dynamite. Looks like we're kicking off the show with a face-to-face with MJF and Adam Page. Okay, not mad at that. The Ops.
Oh yeah, that's Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata, right?
Shibata. They take on the Patriarchy. Chris Statlander will take on Megan Bayne.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Powerhouse Hobbs and Big Bill in a street fight.
All right.
And I don't know what this is. The Revolution International Championship Series. No idea what that is. Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy. So.
Wait, because Takeshita is the international champion, right?
So in his Dynamite return, Orange Cassidy goes 1-on-1 in a rematch from last year's Revolution versus Roderick Strong.
Okay. Seems like those two might be vying it out to see who takes on Takeshita at Revolution, I'd imagine. I don't know, Kyle.
I'm not sure. So I'll tune in to see what happens, but okay. That's a card.
That is a card.
So that's that. Anything else?
Good to see you.
Mr. Cincinnati Dad? I don't know. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Okay. No, I have nothing else. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, remember, like us on Facebook, follow us on X at Junkies Pod, at Wrestling Junkies Pod on Instagram. But please do us a huge favor, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're so fucking close to 500. Like, we can taste that. I mean, we're 431. Like, it's around the fucking corner. So tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your situationship. I mean, tell all your friends. We're pretty fucking awesome around here. Be back tomorrow to break down Dynamite, talk about whatever's going on SmackDown. looking ahead towards Elimination Chamber a little bit. You can catch us next week on Wrestling Spotlight. We are planning some main event mixers. So remember, main_event_net on all social media platforms. Follow our friends at Coastal Empire Wrestling at CEW Savannah on X. Remember, After the Empire and Coastal Countdown are live on our channels. Thank you again to Chad Skywalker, Jay Miller, and Randall Reno III for joining us. I think that's all I've got in the way of plugs. Support our friends at TWE Chattanooga. They got a show coming up this weekend. Please, for the love of God, can please somebody take that title from Aaron Wade. This is getting
just put some clothes on him at least. Just put some clothes on him. I don't care if you take the title off. Just put some clothes on him.
Like somebody thought this was like okay. You know what?
We know who it was. It's the owner of the company. Hi, Dylan.
Fucking Dylan Hales. All right.
Hi, Dylan.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. Promo code WJP2024 for 25% off site-wide. Kyle, you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That's the podcast, Adam, Mr. Cincinnati. It's been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. See you tomorrow.